Too many young African American and Latino men in Chicago feel lost and directionless. That's why the C.H.A.M.P.S Male Mentoring Program was created, to give them a guiding hand and help them achieve their dreams. Let's welcome Vondale Singleton, C.H.A.M.P.S founder. Vondale was named the MLK Community Champion Father of the Year and a Walmart Community Playmaker. We also welcome Dontreal, a senior at Gary Comer College Prep and a C.H.A.M.P.S mentee, and Christian Terry, an original C.H.A.M.P.S mentee who is now a freshman at Kennedy King College. Could you tell us about some of your struggles as a child and why mentoring is important to you?
Well, I was born and raised on the south side of Chicago in a place called the Ida B. Wells Housing Projects, to a mom who was 15 and a father who was 19. And throughout my life, I struggled with just having a sense of hope. And because there was no one in my family to graduate from college, or no one in my family to really give me a blueprint of manhood, I had to discover that the hard way. And so being in the Ida B. Wells housing projects and kind of living the fast life, if you will, I was susceptible to a lot of the issues and problems that plague a lot of our young men today. Drugs, gangs, alcohol, violence, you name it. But the powerful thing, I had this innate just desire to want something different. And my father told me when I was a young kid that he didn't want me gang banging or selling drugs. And so I listened to him. Now, at the same time he's telling me this, he's putting the guns and drugs underneath the mattress where I would lay my head in the mornings. And but I knew deep down inside he wanted better for me than for himself. And so I went to school, I excelled at school, and I met a mentor who gave me the blueprint of manhood. Stephen Robertson helped change my life.
Let's bring Christian into the conversation. How did you find out about the C.H.A.M.P.S mentoring program?
Oh, so my story is a little bit different from the guys like him. I was at Gary Comer College Prep my freshman year. Mr. Singleton was basically keep getting emails about a group of guys that needed some guidance in their life. So I was one of them kids. I needed somebody to really show me how to become a young man. So when Mr. Singleton came in, and we was in detention every Friday, so it was a group of 4 of us in the group. He put us in his office and told us, like, I want to start a program, and the program name is going to be C.H.A.M.P.S. And when he told us this, he was like, okay, how many people going to tell us they're going to mentor us and so on and so forth? And so when he started showing us, like, he was just more about not just talking about it, but more about doing the actions, that really spoke to me, because I'm so used to people telling me they're going to do this and they're going to do that when they actually just talking. But he was more about the action. He said, I'm not even going to waste time on telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And so we went there, and then it just started from there. Then we went to an academic lab. So now it went to 4 of us to like 12 of us in the classroom talking about our dreams and what we hope to accomplish and different things like that. So I just really felt open when I was talking to my peers about a lot. So it was like really that connection that I needed during that time period in my life.
Can you tell us about the impact the C.H.A.M.P.S mentoring program has had on your life?
I started C.H.A.M.P.S when I was a sophomore. Actually, just like seeing C.H.A.M.P.S out there, and just like them saying their creed, and just like how they love each other. Like, you could see them smiling, just being around each other. They really enjoy being around each other. So it was like a brotherhood. So like when I joined C.H.A.M.P.S, that was what I was looking for, like for a male figure that was going to help me, and like just a brotherhood as well. I could feel like welcome.
What are some of your dreams?
I want to graduate college and become an accountant, and maybe start my own firm in accounting, or like go and start a business and just provide for my family.
That's excellent. Yes. Same thing for you, Christian. Would you share your dreams?
The long-term goal is to become president of a black university. I feel like now I'm taking the steps. Just by me graduating in class of 2018, I have been blessed to have a job at a high school at Hansberry College Prep as assistant recruiter and office assistant. So now I'm learning the steps of like getting kids to the school. And then once I do that, get my bachelor's degree, then I'm gonna keep moving. And then once I get there, I'm fairly confident that I'll be a great president for a university.
Vondale, I see this smile on your face. How does it feel to hear them talking about the impact that C.H.A.M.P.S mentoring program has had on their lives?
It means everything to hear these young men who I watch actually go through and overcome obstacles that they had in front of them, and how, you know, I can actually see the seeds that were sown even back then when people saying, oh, you wasting your time. Oh, Christian, he won't amount to be anything. Dontreal, he won't amount to be anything. But they said that about me too. They told me I was going to be dead or locked up before 18. They told me that I'll never graduate from college. They told me I'll never have a successful marriage or family. And these obstacles are there, I think, to make us stronger. And we just have to find that source of strength that Christian talked about. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And so when they were coming back to the program, what they were saying is, I'm hungry. There is hope for me. They saying that I may not have the answers now, but together we can work to resolve it. So when we talk about social emotional learning, and we're going through self-awareness and self-management and social awareness and responsible decision making and relationship building and networking and presenting yourself and entrepreneurship, it doesn't surprise me that he's saying that he want to be the president of a university or he want to be an accountant. It doesn't surprise me because oftentimes you don't always get a chance to have these conversations, but something is happening within the head, the mind, and the heart when you're getting young men in an environment where you're speaking greatness into them and you're saying you're champs. CHAMP stands for culturally helping and making positive success. And we believe that every young man is born to win in every situation in life. That's our motto. So we live by that motto, even when it looks like defeat is on us. We'll take the defeat, like the cartoon. He was just throwing all these things to try to stop him. So everything that he was throwing, he was using to build a house, to make himself stronger. And so all of the obstacles, all of the stats out there that predict that we're going to be dead or locked up before 18, CHAMPS is showing that no, we are writing our own narrative. Right.
I love that. How can someone find out more information about it, and what's the mentoring process? Yeah,
so it's an online application at champsmentoring.com. Anyone over the age of 12 can go fill out. And we've had so many parents say, you know what, my son is 10, but I'm watching CHAMPS. Can he be a part of it? Can we get in 2 years before he's eligible? And I say, you know what? We're not going to turn anybody away. Right. I wish we can start from the cradle and take them in and start mentoring, because really that's what should be happening. We should be mentoring and looking to pour into our young men at a very early age, especially when 90% of our young men don't have a father in the house.
I'm wondering, Vondale, if you can share how your faith has influenced your goals of impacting young men and showing them that they do have greatness inside of them.
So one of the things that my mentor, he not only showed me the blueprint of manhood, but he also walked me to my spirituality. And so I end up going to a private Christian university called Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that's where I really began to discover that I did have a purpose, that my life did matter for something. And once I discovered what that purpose was, it was a book called In Pursuit of Purpose by Dr. Miles Monroe. And I remember actually looking at the book and finding out that he was coming to the campus because that's where he graduated from. And I remember shaking his hand at the end of his talk to us young men about purpose and saying, sir, my mentor gave me your book and it changed my life. And I remember he had a big smile. He's from Bahamas. He said, good job, young man. Go out and be great.
I love that.
Love it.
All right.
Wow. So thank you all for joining us today and sharing with us how faith teaches us to take someone else and journey with us.
Right.
What a blessing. I'm LaShondra Stevens for Different Drummers and the Greater Chicago Broadcast Ministries. Keep the faith.